Thanks for joining me today. My name is Liz, and on this channel I like to provide tips and tutorials to help you make awesome kombucha and also have a little bit of fun. So today's fun is kombucha muffins, a recipe I came up with back in November. I'm so excited to finally get to share it with you guys. So I made some muffins, and I also made like a bread because you can make French toast out of this. So good. Dairy-free, gluten-free. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? So let's get into the video. This is my first time doing a cooking demo, so please just bear with me. And along the way, if you see any things that maybe I could have improved in or angled the camera a little bit different, please leave me some feedback because that would definitely help me. Most of the ingredients are standard things you're going to have in your kitchen, like salt, baking soda, baking powder, eggs. I'm going to use coconut oil, but I mostly want to talk about the flours we're going to use. So this is gluten-free, and I'm going to be using a mixture of almond flour, coconut flour, which those are pretty standard at the grocery stores now, so you should be able to find those. But I'm also going to use cassava flour. If you've never had cassava flour, it's from the yucca plant, and it's similar to coconut flour, as in it's very dry, so it absorbs a lot of the liquids in the mixture. If you don't have cassava flour, you don't feel like ordering it, you can just replace a half a cup of cassava flour for half a cup of almond flour. Another ingredient you're going to need is mashed sweet potatoes, half a cup. If you don't have any mashed sweet potatoes, you could use canned, but I used canned once in a recipe and it was disgusting. When I used fresh sweet potatoes in the same recipe, it was delicious. So I guess it's up to you if you found a brand that you really liked. Otherwise, you could steam them, or I just boiled these this morning, cut them up, boiled them, mashed them up with a fork. It was easy. So you'll need a half a cup of sweet potato. We're gonna mix the wet ingredients, we're gonna mix the dry ingredients, and we're gonna mix them together, and then we're gonna bake them. So when I made this, I made it in a glass baking dish, but today I'm gonna mess around some, and I'm going to make some muffins. It's like half a batch of muffins. And then whatever I have left, I'm going to put into this glass baking dish to make more like of a bread. And I'm going to put parchment paper so that there's less mess when it's time to clean up. For the recipe, we are using 1 cup of almond flour, half a cup of cassava flour, and a half a cup of coconut flour. Now I learned this trick a while ago because coconut flour is so dense. Put it in a sieve. Break it up. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Mix this up. Set it aside. For the wet ingredients, we have half a cup of sweet potato mashed, 3 eggs, half a teaspoon of vanilla, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. We're going to mix this, and then we're going to add our kombucha to it. Next, we're adding 3/4 cup of any flavor of kombucha. You know, if you're using something like a ginger flavored kombucha, it might not come out as good. I've used strawberry and lavender for this recipe, and it was wonderful. Or you can use plain. Then we are going to add our dry ingredients into our wet ingredients a little bit at a time. Then we're going to scoop a 1/4 cup of the batter into some muffins. Don't worry, they say happy holidays. Every day can be a holiday if you want. Then I'm going to pour the rest of the mixture into a glass baking pan. I like to put parchment paper down so that it's less of a mess for me to clean up later. The reason I like it like this is because I made French toast with leftovers and it was absolutely wonderful. But it's got to be thick enough you can cut it. And then you put it in the egg mixture, fry it in the pan, delicious. So now we're going to bake this along with the muffins at 350 degrees for 35 minutes. Everyone's oven is a little different, so you may want to check on yours around the 25 or 30 minute mark. Amazing. Okay, we're done. So I baked the muffins. They came out wonderful for 30 minutes. I baked them for 30 minutes. What do you think? Very nice. They're still a little hot. Well, they're warm. But I'm going to try and open one to see what we get. It kind of reminds me a little bit of cornbread, but not as cornbreadish. Like gritty. Cornbread can be kind of gritty. I imagine once they, I know, once they cool a little bit more, the pieces will stick together. What do you think? That look nice? Tastes delicious. Had to move the camera a little bit because I wanted to be able to see. So this is still a little hot. So let me do this. So it's not a perfect shape, but you know, if you're not entertaining and it's not like a big deal, then parchment paper works great because it's so much less to clean. Look at that, steaming hot with some butter, or vegan butter, if you can't have dairy like me. That is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed these. These are so wonderful. I'm going to make some different variations coming up in the next couple months that I would love to share with you. But if you make them, please let me know how they turned out for you. If you have any questions, absolutely, please leave me a comment and let me know. So the video is done, but I'm going to keep talking if you want to hang out. So I was wondering, do you make New Year's resolutions? And if you did, what are they? I don't usually make New Year's resolutions because I just think it's kind of silly to wait until the new year. Not that it is silly, it's just kind of how I feel about it. And I don't think people are silly for doing it. It's just for me personally. So if I'm working on something or I learn something or I want to change, then I just kind of start doing it right away. Or, you know, I'll do like 2 weeks in advance, or 2 weeks, like I said, okay, 2 weeks I'm going to start doing this or whatever. However, last year I did set one goal for YouTube. And I think that's good for it's like business or something like that, because then you can gauge it year by year. So for 2019, my only goal was to be myself on camera. And I actually think I've achieved that. So I'm real excited and I'm glad I set that goal. And for this year, shoot, I had a goal, but now I can't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was, but I'm going to put it on Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll put a link to my page below. I also put all the ingredients in the recipe in the box below. I don't post that much on Instagram. I mostly do stories, but my goal, oh, there it is. There's one of my goals, is to do 2 actual posts a week and start using IGTV. So taking this video, shortening it and making it more appropriate for Instagram. Thanks for watching. Please share this video. Please get this out. It's a wonderful recipe. I hope you try it, and hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. And hit the like button if you don't want to subscribe, but hit that like button because it helps me out. And I really would love to grow my channel this year. I'm almost at 400 subscribers. Woohoo! So excited about that. I think it's amazing. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your support. And I'll see you again. Bye.